Hey YouTube, I'm here this time with my September beauty empties. I have quite a bit to get through, so in the interest of not making this a half-hour video, I'm just going to jump right in and get started. So the first thing that I finished up was a conditioner. This is the Garnier Fructis Pure Shine Conditioner with no silicones and no parabens. It says it has a gentle purifying formula and removes daily residue buildup for weightless hair and healthy shine. So I purchased this because I actually also finished up a clarifying shampoo that is a Paul Mitchell shampoo, so I figured that they would make sense together. I thought that while this was fine, I didn't really have a problem with it. I didn't think that it did anything that was really special. So while I do like Garnier Fructis, I don't know that I would really repurchase this again. So, like I said, it was fine. I wouldn't not recommend it, but I didn't find that this was anything to be completely amazing that I just have to have again. The next thing I finished up that I would repurchase is the Paul Mitchell Clarifying Shampoo. This is a shampoo too, and it has this light blue cap. When it is brand new, it smells like very fresh lemons. However, I have had this, I can't even tell you how long, which really horrifies me. So now it's kind of to a point where it smells a little bit like Sprite, kind of, like when it's first poured, I guess, and it's still very bubbly. So yeah, it was still a good shampoo, would repurchase, but I think that the next time I do, I'll make sure to use this more frequently so that I'm not hanging on to it for years and years and years. Not that I really was, but it's been at least like a year and a half that I've had this, which I really don't like for a shampoo. So yeah, again, that's shampoo too. I like Paul Mitchell. When I want to spring for a salon brand, I generally go for Paul Mitchell because I really like it. I like their range of products, and I especially love the shampoo one, or the original, which is the Agua Hui shampoo. It is a moisturizing shampoo that I really love, so I would also repurchase that one. So again, it was good. If you want a clarifying shampoo, I would recommend it, but like I said, I'm kind of embarrassed about how long that I've had this. The next thing I used up is this Rexona Invisible Dry 48 hour antiperspirant. If you think that this check mark looks familiar, it's because Rexona is sold underneath the name Degree in the US. And this antiperspirant, as you can tell from the packaging, is specifically tailored toward people who wear black and white, as it is anti-white marks and yellow stains and sweat. And I don't wear a ton of white. Like, I have a number of white items in my closet, especially white dresses. I like those, I guess I'll say. But I do wear a lot of black and a lot of gray. So I purchased this thinking, I hope this is not gimmicky. I hope this actually works, because I do get deodorant marks in my underarms on white, or not white, but black and gray shirts, and I have had issues with yellow stains on white shirts, like nice white button-ups for work. Please don't let this be gimmicky. And lo and behold, this was awesome. I really liked this. So the 48 hours, okay, whatever. I just applied it every day, but this was so good for black, white, and gray. So if you also find that you have a lot of those colors in your closet, this black and white type of antiperspirant might be a good option for you if you get frustrated by the challenges that come with having those colors and wearing them quite frequently. So I have never been loyal to an antiperspirant before, but I think that I'm about to become loyal. So I would totally repurchase this. However, what I will say is that a couple days ago, I had an antiperspirant emergency, I guess, where I ran out of this spray like halfway through an application, and I had to go to work. I couldn't go like only wearing antiperspirant under one arm. Like, that's a no-go. So I actually grabbed my boyfriend's, and he didn't have this exact kind, but he used a Nivea Men antiperspirant that also is tailored toward the same thing. I put it on, and in fact, I actually preferred it over this one. So while you might find it strange, or maybe you don't find it strange, but I think that I'll start purchasing Nivea Men's antiperspirant again with the black and white shtick that they have going on here. So I am happy to find something that really is tailored toward, you know, something that I need. So I'm excited about that. The next thing that is kind of exciting here is a hair color. This is the L'Oreal Paris Colorista Washout. It says, allegedly, that it's vivid for 2 weeks. It lasts 10 to 15 shampoos. It's visible in all hair types. And as you can see, I chose the color turquoise. So, as you can see on the back, they have different looks for if you want highlighted color, if you want an ombre, and then they have blonde here saying, hey, if you're blonde, don't use this because it's for people with dark hair. So yeah, I used this and it was a fun color, especially these washouts. I like them. So if you have a job or if you're just generally in a position in your life where you can kind of play around and get a little wild with stuff like this, then I think that this Colorista washout line was a pretty good one. So my only complaint about this color is I feel like it was turquoise for a couple of washes and then just turned a little bit green, like a little bit more green than I would like. And green's my favorite color, but you know, not really in my hair. So yeah, I think this might work better on maybe like extremely dark brown hair or black hair. Like as you can see, the woman in the picture looks really beautiful with this hair color in. But yeah, for me personally, while I had fun with it, I wouldn't repurchase. However, in general, I would recommend these Colorista colors, and they do have some that are catered toward blondes too. Like they have a really beautiful pastel pink that is for blondes. So if you're ever in a position where you want to get a little crazy and have some fun with hair color, then I would recommend this. The next thing I used up is a Clean and Clear Morning Burst Facial Cleanser, and this is with bursting beads. It wakes you up, it rinses clean, and it's with vitamin C and ginseng. So it has a bit of an orange fragrance to it, but it's not like citrusy per se. So yeah, this is just the facial cleanser that I use all the time. I am loyal to Clean and Clear Morning Burst, and yeah, I would totally recommend this. I do have normal skin, by the way. However, I still get breakouts. Like the last 2 weeks or so, my skin has been a little not that great. However, I've been using this just regularly. I shower every day because I go to the gym almost every day. So yeah, I think this is a good option. And also, by the way, blueberries are really cheap in Australia right now. I can't really say that for the US or not, I don't know. But if you're struggling with bad skin, I would recommend eating lots and lots of blueberries. I was at a point a couple years ago where, at least for me, relatively speaking, I was struggling with my skin, and I would just eat frozen blueberries every day with my lunch. And after about 2 weeks or so, I just got to a point where for a month, I never wore face makeup because I didn't need it. So it was perfect. I've been kind of like binge eating blueberries again, and my face is definitely clearing up. Like I can see a difference and I love it. So like I said, good cleanser, but also eat blueberries if you're struggling with your skin. Okay, so the next thing I used up with my boyfriend too is this bottle of Tums Antacid. So kind of an odd thing to put in a beauty empties, but I actually really like these, and these are in the flavor assorted berries. So my boyfriend and I really like these. So the reason why I brought these over, and it's kind of strange, but toward the beginning of our relationship, I think it's the second time he was in the US, first time coming over just to visit me, but there was an evening where perhaps it was him or me, but one of our stomachs was just not settled, and I had these in my medicine cabinet, and so I went and grabbed them, and I think it was him who was not feeling well, so I offered him some, and he tried them and really liked them, and he thought they were effective. So we really like these. I bought a couple of bottles before I moved over, so we actually have a kind of a backstock of Tums. So we like them because number one, they taste good, but also number two, they're a good solution where if you're just feeling generally unsettled, especially before bed, it's a good option for that. So it's also a good option because, you know, I'm really not into like hardcore like medicine, so this is a nice like easy solution to that kind of problem. Okay, the next thing that I used up is this packet of Simple Sensitive Skin Experts. This is the Kind of Skin Micellar Cleansing Wipes, and I use these as makeup remover wipes. I really liked them. I have gotten into micellar cleansing wipes lately. And by that I mean about the last 2 months or so. So I will continue to repurchase. So I purchased Nivea micellar wipes for the month of August, and I preferred them over the simple ones, but just marginally, so I would be happy with both of these. However, what I'll say right now is I'm currently using the Garnier Fructis cleansing wipes, and perhaps I don't like them as much because they're not micellar water, but I feel like they're not really doing as good of a job, so I feel like I'm definitely having to follow up with some toner. But, you know, yeah, so I think I'll go back to these micellar wipes. The next thing I used up was this bottle of soft soap in the fragrance Milk and Golden Honey. It is 221 mils, so as you can see there, that's 7.5 ounces. I think that Milk and Honey is really not a unique fragrance, especially not a unique fragrance to soft soap. However, my grandparents used this fragrance a lot, at least like in my memory they did. So this always reminds me of being a child at my grandparents' house, and for that reason, even though it's not my favorite fragrance in the world, I still like it and it's still very nostalgic to me, so I would totally repurchase this. The next thing that both my boyfriend and I used up is his Colgate Total toothpaste. I don't find it to be like totally life-changing, but it maintains my teeth to the degree of cleanliness that they need to be, and yeah, so I like the way it tastes. I think that the texture is just fine, so we'll continue to repurchase the Colgate Total. Let's see, any actual empties left? Yeah, because there's also a declutter at the end of this too. I have 2 Mary Kay items that are empty. I have the Mary Kay Lash Love Lengthening Mascara. This is in I Love Black, and it is completely used up. I use Mary Kay mascaras all the time. Like, I don't have multiple mascaras. I don't switch back and forth. I just use the same one every single day. And the bristles or the wand is a little bit janky because I have been using it every day for 3 months. But you can see that it's curved there, which is perfect for lengthening your lashes. And yeah, this is not waterproof, but I believe that Mary Kay does sell waterproof mascaras, by the way. So I'm not a waterproof girl. I prefer it to not be, but you know, if you like things to be waterproof, then still check out Mary Kay. So like I said, I use this every single day for 3 months and then toss it, because by that point I feel like it's really not giving me the amount that I want on my lashes. So I have 2 more in backstock that I will be pulling for the next 3 months. So yeah, this is it. I love it. I use it all the time. Would recommend. The other Mary Kay item that I finished up is this Mary Kay At Play. This is a triple layer tinted lip balm, and the 3 layers, as you can see, are a pink, a purple, and then a clear gloss, or a balm, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I'm generally not one for tinted balms, but I just ran out of chapstick and I want to wait until I go back to Wichita in 2 weeks to purchase any more. So I am challenging myself to use up all my tinted balms. And I'm actually finding that while this product was just fine, there wasn't anything really wrong with it. I prefer things to not be tinted, especially before I go to bed. So like I said, this was fine for what it was worth. It really didn't last me that long, but you know, fine, but I personally wouldn't repurchase. Okay, so the rest of this is a makeup declutter of just things I'm no longer using. So something I'll say to preface this declutter is that, as you guys know, I live in Australia now, and I was challenged, especially from probably the beginning of the year till the beginning of June when I moved over here, to shrink down just the number of things that I own, because I had to fit all my stuff in 2 suitcases. I mean, you know, there wasn't really a way around it. So I just got into a mindset where I love to declutter. I love to simplify my life, and I'm definitely not going for a minimalist approach here. That's really not a goal of mine, but I am really getting into this notion of intentional living and intentional purchasing. So like I said, I'm always thinking about, what can I declutter? How can I make what I have more meaningful? So that really resonated with me for some reason this month with makeup, so I actually did declutter a little bit that I'll just share with you now. So the first thing that I decluttered is a Mary Kay product. This is the Mary Kay concealer, and this is fine. However, it is a little bit too light for me, so I actually did use it for a long time. And that's part of the reason too why I think I'll declutter. I've just had it for so long. And even then, in April, when I saw my little sister in Chicago, she passed along to me a NYX concealer that was too dark for her, and I'm like marginally more tan than she is. So she wound up giving that to me, so I really don't need this anymore. I asked her if she wanted me to mail this to her. Yeah, I said that right. If she wanted me to mail this to her when I go back to Wichita, because it'll be easy to do that to Chicago. But she is very into organic only, vegan friendly, you know, that kind of thing. So Mary Kay does not make the cut for her, so I'm just going to toss this. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to declutter is actually two brushes. They are Mary Kay brushes. This first one is a liquid foundation brush, and while it's fine, again, it's old, I have clearly used this a number of times. The reason why I'm going to get rid of it is because I don't find myself using it, and the reason why not is because I don't really like the effect that it gives me with my liquid foundations or my CC creams. I think that brushing it on, at least for me, makes it look kind of cakey and too thick, and I really prefer to go for a natural look with my, at least with my skin products, I guess. So, like I said, I've used it several times, so I really don't find it appropriate to like pass it along to someone, but for what it's worth, it was fine, just not the finish or effect that I would like. The other Mary Kay brush that I am going to toss, because I guess I could say I used it up, but look how sad this is. Such a tragic ending to a beloved brush. So it's this double-edged brush. This edge right here is for gel eyeliners, and this side over here, which is really the reason why I'm tossing it, is at one point in time, this brush had this comb end and this other brushed end, and they were for maintaining eyebrows. And yeah, I use this thing every single day pretty much for, I don't know, maybe a year and a half, 2 years. And it's finally to the point where it just kind of bit the dust. So I think part of the reason why it's been falling apart really is because I've been traveling with it. You know, I brought it from the US to Australia, and then I also took it to and from Europe, and traveling was a little bit harsh on it. So I still would use this up till it's kind of end here. Like I said, every day. So I would repurchase this brush. It was good. But yeah, like I said, it is literally falling apart. So it's time to pass it along. The next thing I'm decluttering is the Stila eyeliner, and this is the color Cobalt. I bought this from Sephora. I'm struggling to talk, guys, I'm sorry. I bought this from Sephora maybe like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't know. It's kind of been a while. I was like on this rampage at this point of time to look for a bright blue eyeliner. And when I saw this, I thought that this would be it. I would love it. I really wanted this like not dark, but also not light. So like this, again, really bold color of blue. However, I used it a number of times and I did like it for a while. However, I felt like the color payoff was just not what the color of the packaging would suggest. It's really light, and I feel like I just could not get the, I don't know, like I said, payoff that I was really looking for in a bright blue eyeliner. So I'm kind of past the point of really desiring something like this. I found that I just stopped using it. So for that reason, I'm just going to toss it. Two more things I used up kind of go together. This is a makeup blender that I bought from Ulta maybe about a year ago. I went through a phase, just like my phase of really like bold eyeliners, that I was highlighting and contouring a lot, and so for that reason I purchased this. It worked just fine. I did clean it after using it every time, even though it kind of suggests that I didn't. So yeah, like the blender itself was fine, but again, I'm kind of past the point of really desiring to highlight and contour, so I kind of prefer, like I said, a more natural like blush look. But yeah. And with that said, again, I'm going to also declutter this NYX Wonder Stick. This is for highlight and contour. This is in the universal color, so it's really good for beginners like me who just wanted something that could be easily followed. So you have your contour here, highlight on the other side. It was a really convenient and fun way to kind of learn the ropes of contouring. But like I said, it was kind of a phase for me in terms of makeup. I'm a little bit past that point, and so for that reason, I am going to also declutter this. But yeah, I bought that at Ulta. It was a good price for, you know, what you're doing. But as I said, I'm finding that I prefer more natural looks and that I like to have more fun with my lips especially. So that's it. I'm thinking about later this month perhaps doing a makeup tour. So even though I'm really not a makeup guru, and in fact I keep my look pretty basic as you guys know, I do like to have fun with my lipsticks or lip colors especially. So if you guys are interested in seeing that later this month, let me know. I can totally do that for you. So in the meantime, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.